Have you ever thought of becoming a millionaire? Let's get real. Chances are you probably have. And in those scenarios or cases, you probably were thinking of winning the lottery, becoming a professional athlete, maybe even becoming an actor. I don't know, but you're the mega millionaire. How often have you really thought that that is the scenario or situation that you could actually become? According to the Lottery USA, really the odds of winning the lottery are about 1 in 300 million. So it's really not that good. And there's so many things that you can do to become a millionaire yourself if you take that time, effort. So in this video, I'm really going to be discussing the things that you can do to become a millionaire based on the average household income in 2018. I highly suggest reading books like The Everyday Millionaire by Chris Hogan, and I also highly recommend reading The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley. Both these are solid books, and I want you to really compare what's going on and what the changes that have occurred from pretty much the early 90s to the teens and now. So it's a good 30-year difference in time, and it'll be an interesting dynamic and see the differences that have changed. But in short, I want to stress that the American dream is not dead. However, it will take hard work, sacrifice, and forethought in order to achieve those goals that you want. I will stress that I do not want you to put your financial aspirations on hopes and wishes, but rather you're able to make a solid plan, that are able to go through the numbers and make it really possible for you to achieve in your life. My goal with this video is to help show to you that with consistent, conservative investing throughout your life, that you can also become a millionaire when you reach retirement. So there are many different ways and forms at which you can invest. I am really going to focus in on the S&P 500. I love investing, as you could probably kind of get the vibe for on this channel, but if you're going to take a more passive approach, not really read up too much on the different financial stuff, different companies, I highly recommend sticking with the S&P 500. So stop worrying about the finite details. Just stick to the S&P 500. And really the important thing is that you start saving today. So what is in the S&P 500? The S&P 500 is a composite index. It was originally created in 1926, which only comprised about 90 stocks at that time. So it now has 500 stocks, as the name indicates, and these are the juggernaut public companies. So there are no penny stocks in this, so it's not risky in that manner. However, there are ups and downs, and it follows the overall market trend itself, because these are the largest public companies. The average annual return for these companies between 1926 and 2018 has been about 10%. However, since 1957, when it was made into 500 companies, average annual return has been roughly 8%. Needless to say, gas is no longer as cheap as what it once was 10, 20, 30 years ago. Things aren't as cheap as what it was. A millionaire today isn't what it was to be a millionaire back in the 1950s. So with that said, what about inflation? So when accounting for inflation, this drops your annual rate of return to about 7%. Many experts question how valid this 7% really is, because they use the consumer price index to determine what the level of inflation is. So I personally, when doing my numbers here, I'm taking a really conservative number and saying that you'll have an annual rate of return of about 6%. According to the Centier research, the median income of a household in the United States in 2018 is $62,175. I'll be using this income amount for the examples that I'll be showing below. I'll be using the 401k to illustrate how easy it is to build wealth over time with consistent contributing. However, with that said, I am not going to add any employer contribution to this mix for numbers' sake, and because it's so variant depending on what company that you're with or what's going on there. So I'm just saying that it's just for the tax benefit purposes and how that's taken out of your income and showing those examples, I'll be taking out or using the 401k to show what I'm trying to illustrate here. So with the 401k, it is taken out prior to you being taxed. This money isn't taxed until you take it out later in life. You can take it out before age 59 and a half. However, you are taxed and you are given a decent fee along with that. So really it does not behoove you to take out any money from your 401k prematurely. So the constants that I'm using when I'm running through my numbers in this example are thus: first, becoming a millionaire by age 60. Second, the household income is $62,175. Third, again, 6% annual return. This again counts for inflation, so that means you would be a millionaire by today's standards, not necessarily by what it would be when you turn 60. I'm using a 25% tax. This will again be highly variant depending on where you're living, how much money you're making, a lot of different variables there. But for the overall basic numbers, I'm using a 25% tax. So you can see kind of what you would be taking home comparatively to what it would be normally if you aren't contributing to your 401k. I'll address debt and what to do in those situations in other videos if so desired, but in short, pay it off now, pay it off as fast as you can, get that beast in your life controlled, and then you can start really focusing on establishing and building wealth. In the first scenario, we're going to start with a 24-year-old individual. What do they need to do to become a millionaire by the age of 60? So first, it's $700 a month invested into their 401k. This equates out to about $8,400 per year, which ends up being 13.51% of their base income. Invested over the 36-year period, so they would now be 60 years old, they would have invested $299,600. However, this would have been that plus the $749,211 from compounding interest and expected gains, which is a 250% increase. And guess what? They are now a millionaire. The sacrifice needed to achieve this, though, if they were to receive a paycheck every other week, they would now be receiving an income of $1,551 compared to $1,794 if they decided not to put anything into their 401k. This is $242 less per paycheck, which is about $485 less per month. If you take out 4% per year after age 60, after you're a millionaire, that's about $40,000. That would still be taxable income. If you take out 6%, again, you're at that $60,000. In scenario 2, we have a 30-year-old individual. This person would now need to invest $1,025 per month into their 401k. This is $12,300 per year. That equates out to 19.78% of their base income into their 401k. This invested over the 30-year period would now be $365,925. Through the compounded interest in those gains there, they would have gained an additional $650,424, which is a 178% increase. And guess what? They are also now a millionaire. The sacrifice needed is they would now be taking home $1,439 compared to $1,794. This is $355 less per paycheck, which is $710 less per month. You can view these as, again, the cost of becoming a millionaire. Scenario 3, we're going to look at a 40-year-old individual. They would need to invest $2,200 per month, which is about $26,000 or $26,400 per year. Now we come into a little predicament here, as your 401k, the max at which you are allowed to invest per year is $19,000. and then we're allowed to max $6,000 into your Roth IRA, and then we would have to do an other of like $1,400. But anyway, if you're again investing $26,400 per year, this would be 42.46% of your base income. Invested over a 20-year period of time, that is $523,600, and you would expect additional gains of $483,444 from the interest and the gains, which is a 92.33%. And you are also then a millionaire in this status. However, you would also have to utilize other investing means besides your 401k. So for kicks and giggles, scenario number 4, I wanted to look and see how long would it take for you to become a millionaire with this criterion using just your Roth IRA. A Roth IRA is money that has already been taxed. This money is now non-taxable. So when every gain in dollar that you get off of this, you don't have to give a dollar back to the US government. So it's great. I highly recommend it there. However, your cap per year for your Roth IRA is $6,000. So that means about $500 per month into your Roth IRA. So this would take a good 41 years for you to become a millionaire with your Roth IRA based on the criteria that we set before of an average gain of 6% per year. But again, you achieve then over that time a 317% increase. And my biggest recommendations with this is that you need to start early in your career with this. And again, you can start taking out age 60 again. For Social Security and looking into that, again, you're talking into your mid 60s to 70s. That is highly variant based on a lot of different criteria, and I'm not really going to go into that. So if you are planning on a little bit earlier retirement than pulling out for your Social Security, you want to at least make it hopefully to your 60s to be able to pull out of your 401k and of your Roth IRA. So bottom line is this: if you want to become a millionaire, you can make the odds be a lot more in your favor. You don't have to play the Debbie Downer on this. You don't have to be woe is me. I'm not a professional athlete. I'm not this, that, or the other. With consistent, conservative investing and really setting aside that money and making some sacrifices today, you can make substantial wealth over time. Number 2, with that, avoid debt. Those things are just going to get into your way. It's going to make it harder to save. And stop wasting money on things you really don't need. Continue to enjoy your life, continue to enjoy nice things, but again, set aside that money, pay yourself first, save regularly, save consistently, have a plan. If you don't have a plan, what's the saying? You don't plan to succeed, you plan to fail. But it's legit, man. Know where your money is going. That is where spending wise and saving wise, and start as young as you can. Time is your biggest friend in order to establish wealth, but it also goes on the reverse side. It gets a lot harder the older you are to be able to build wealth over time. I'm going to leave you off with a famous saying from Henry Ford, and that saying is that whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you are right. And I firmly believe that that is correct, and especially in this circumstance where you can really change your odds in favor for this, and change your lifestyle, habits, behaviors, you can really change up how much you're going to make. Again, start early, start young, continue to read, keep on learning, guys, and please like and subscribe. Hope you learned something new, and ciao. Hey guys, thanks for watching my channel. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something from it. Again, if you have any ideas or things in which you want me to present on or show about, talk about, whatever it is, doesn't matter, please let me know below. Also, again, shout out to anyone who's shared this with other friends and colleagues. Again, you guys help make this channel be the success that it is. So again, please like, subscribe, share, any of that is greatly appreciated. Anyway, you guys have a blessed day, and ciao.